Hello, hello. I've been gardening and somebody's gonna come now in 20 minutes. So I don't have time to make any looks for you. What is important is that this is between months, so it is a part of a transition. There are 4 days. Today is Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the 30th of April. So I'll be talking these 4 days about what is transition, um, because it corresponds between months to have an upgrade about transitions for those who are entering multimedia, international relations, role play in virtual reality, and going beyond one on one, who is above, who's below, dynamic of a second dimension, one by one. There are also many tools that you can have within the frame of what's moving in this space, right? And what we're sharing from one stand to another, what we do not share, and what is it possible. So as we are advancing and we are here to help each other as well, that the word of the transition is precisely. I got this book here that is from the Oxford Companion to the Supreme Court of the United States, edited by Hermit Hall. On the page 456, we see judicial improvements and access to justice. So precisely is a word as I am gardening. I have precisely told you that I'm gardening. So you can move from that arc. What is it that you can do? Yes? Within all that space, you might wait that I finish gardening, or you might go inside the many themes of gardening, help gardening, learn gardening, teach me gardening, or just sit in the shade and enjoy a drink while you read or put some music or bring me a drink as well. Why not? Um, Precisely is being that for me. You do as you wish within this garden. You can bring that word precisely, yes, but I am telling you as well that you are precisely wrong, and you as well are precisely wrong. It is not about your map or your wanting to bring balance in the world. This is about an international law, because at the same time, the ones who want to bring salvation and save as heroes will also want to dominate. And that gives also room for not much flexibility for the people on a individual and universal level. So it has to do with the improvements of the law. And so when it says judicial power and jurisdiction, we're talking here about international shares. Yes. So if you have transits in the world that are related to bringing petrol to China, you cannot punish the world because you want this and you want that. So it's not going to be what you say or what the others say, it's going to be what a third person will bring. So you see the fourth dimension beyond yourself. You get to see the world. Yeah. When you see that three dimensional share we have, not just from you against the other or because of the other and all these judgments that you are in the loop of time. Now you're jumping into a third, fourth dimension. When you see the third, you're right in the fourth. You're not inside. You have to be very brutish. For example, a man and a woman have a child. So you start to become beyond yourself for that you're sharing. And there's many people don't succeed, of course. They go on abandoning that to become pedophiles and go groom children and go after money or pretend they are macho men dominating the world. So they didn't have a sexual upbringing to understand throughout love what is that in their home because they never had their mother and father loving each other or loving another partner. So these children are born abandoned, abused, and you will never know what cultures will camouflage with money or poverty. Underneath, you have no transition. You are pretending to be something that no one is interested on. Yes? So new leaders will have to do for those who want to show the money of the government in the mob. So there's no more corruption. And those are the ones that are going to be ruling for the next 10 years or 15 years because it needs a lot of work from people to learn and practice how to upgrade. It might take 3 years, but still, that's debatable for you. So you're more precisely, I can do this in 3 years. I can do this in 10 years. I can do this in 7 years, everyone around the world. Because a country will be able to do that in 1 year. But other countries might take 15 years. First, because they're fighting again. Second, they want to copy everything that's being done and shared for goods. And also bad consequences, because no one has learned to know what is going to happen in the unknown. Yes? You don't know. So there are mistakes, and we only do what we know that's our best. So let's celebrate a little bit for the life that is alive today, willing to live in the people's heart, in the people's love, in the people's continuity to love one another, care for one another, whatever is known or unknown. My children have learned from an early age what is truth and what is a lie. They have been taught from early age. The good thing is that when you don't have your parents, you will always know that you don't have to believe in these people. You have higher authorities that are there to protect you, so no one can mess with you, right? But what will happen if the highest authorities are corrupted? So we will see who is corrupted in this world. Who it will show up by itself. If they want to trick, if they want to pretend, all the things that the devil does, be the be a deception. Precisely, all that's in the light. Let it be rejoice for the people and for those who are really on futuristic times for the system and are vanguard and can show off away from being prostitutes to one another because they think they belong. Um, this is all I have to say for anyone who is creating and has care for one another. What you look, nobody cares what you look like, but what you're doing for the people around you. Everyone can see the truth more and more in the power of transparency. And that's precisely what you need to know. Because internet gives a space in the mind to slow down and perceive before you write, before you look at a picture. You are perceiving the other one. You already know what the other one's going to vibrate on before you open the message. There is a transparent immortality that can't be fooled by any evil or literal demon, right? So today you think like the past. And if people are watching this in the future, they will know how the past used to be. But people are not powerless. Yes, this is connection, initiation, because those who have mercy have a lot of power. And I am not here the only one. We can only have salvation with our tools, with our hands to hug each other. You cannot pretend that one person is going to bring salvation to all the world, because some scripture said that I will return. Oh, the Messiah is going to come. Well, maybe change its mind, and it just had to be designed this way. They say, you do it. Well, yeah, because you cannot do it, right? So, well, just invite everyone. Invite everyone as well, yourself with your friends. So you also are responsible with your tools and your capacity and empowerment to bring mercy in this shower of light and power, and precisely for you be present with the majority of this world, because it is in the power of the people to learn and teach and learn and share this currency. So I appreciate for the lawyers, for people that are judged, to have gathered together and have concluded with these international laws. To also, don't get distracted with the news and just work on it. When you have come above what's going on to bring order with the technologies, and people have the capacity to report, this is not what it says, these news are not what it says, and it's been brought to international laws because if we're watching this on a national level, yes, the jurisdiction is for that country. But if we're watching this internationally, the international court needs to be more present than ever with the problems of technology. Now, I have said from the beginning, doing images about people should be illegal, even yourself. You can do all the images in virtual reality to understand why, because your image is very important as well. And there has been already some cleansing from people who had karma, and they've been paying karma, yes, from what they've done in the past and past lives, especially. We need to put this energy in imagination and learning to be procreative and love one another. So if you want to be a perverse person, you can go virtual reality and enjoy your imagination. There are rules for that as well. You cannot just go there and jump on characters. There are verses for that. And I would love to share more of the formula for virtual reality, of course. That is what maps the tissue of reality. Because I am the one who has create the meaning of the tissue of reality. I have to invest a lot of money to bring balance. Um, I'm committed. I am committed for my children, their generation, and to keep being free and creative. Want to be grateful for the good people and the bad people that have some good aspects but don't understand that it's not only about your problems. So leaders might think they're good when they're investing in wars to protect themselves or to be more powerful while protecting yourself. But we have leaders who thieve from countries, leaders who have no consciousness. We will see leaders that are wanting to be corrupted because it's the only reason you will want to be corrupted. If you have money in your investments and your companies, that's different. This is about the money of the people for the people and the spiritual source that our psychic creates in a collective energy field. So you will see if you travel around the world, how can people dance without iPhones by law? But now we have an Arab mayor in New York City and might not understand anything about what is dancing and being free. So we have problems in the West with people that should be after a fourth generation of a government position that is such as being a mayor, because it does repercute the rights of the people. In London, we cannot walk in the streets with dresses or flowers showing our skin because the Muslim world looks at the Western woman down, man and woman, in different ways. Women look down at the Western woman as if they are dirty. And in summer, we like to wear dresses with flowers, show our skin. Some show their breasts, their legs. There's no It's hot, we like the sunshine, we like to dance, we dress for us women as well. The beauty and the enchanting of celebrating life is dying because of the sort of immigration. So today I was thinking that we need civilian civil laws, these civil laws for people to be noted. You should be deported if you don't follow how we live in the West, because they also shout. They're born here as well, but they also shout in the post office. Not all of them, but more or less, they're happy when there is terrorism. So there is an inner war in our cities as well, a cultural wars. As there are wars out from their own religion, and this needs to be understood that we cannot be part of these energies. So when I'm in the Middle East, I respect their culture and I am part of their culture and I dress as respectful as they seem respect to believe. But here we have other forms of respect, depending where you are as well. So I'm not going to talk about all the details, but I want you precisely to know that we need British people to be in positions of power because they are British for 4 generations by law. So people adapt to what is this culture. You're not just born and that's it. Of course, you love to be part of a country. Maybe your grandmother is from this country, but your other 3 grandparents are not. I want you to see in the statistics what happens. So you're sacrificing your own people to not even have children. That is a lack of caring. Why so many people have fought in Europe? For the freedom to dance and dress as we wish without anyone's despective, you know, uh, misunderstanding. Because it's another understanding here. Each continent can be different with their own laws. There are universal laws for children and women, and understanding what stays forever and understanding what is a transition, specifically define for these leaders to shake from the earth up throughout their body into the crown of their heads. And let go of all the tensions and judgments. Let go. To see them up, they own, that is to care of their people. And all that is international flow through transits in the oceans, in the rivers. You will see in the international levels of what we share that it does not belong to you only. when it is a resource. So we cannot be putting our energy on these people as well. So they have precisely their decision to be alive in their next life, right? With these understandings. And this is what you have as a responsibility for the times we are having and the abundance for your own people as well. Remember that there is always someone more powerful than you, and that is a power that is inevitable. Don't take for granted the goodness and the patience and the days you have been given. Goodbye and enjoy that which is life for life. Bye. Peace. And let go of stupidities, please. There is much more and much better through you or through anyone that has the power to do so. The people will be grateful once they conceive so much power and abundance that reigns through them thanks to their leaders and their capability to lead. That's precisely what you need to know in the gardens. There's beauty and birds and waters. And you have transcend to become a better person. Your own style and religion, in your own freedom. Bye.